it's into YouTube, so I think if you trigger on your end, you should be good to go.
Nope, it's starting.
Oh,
When we do live streaming, that automatically starts it here, like Twitch,
okay.
which you all just saw me say. Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. I know that there's no one watching at this point in time, but I'll just wait a few minutes until some people come in here. And I have an announcement I want to make. I just made the same announcement on Facebook Live, but I know not everyone has Facebook, and there's a lot of people on YouTube. So I will talk to some of you here. So while I'm waiting for the people to show up and some other, before we make the announcement, I'll just talk about a couple things. First of all, later this week, I'm going to be doing we're going to be at CMON-Con. I'll be there just Thursday and Friday, but I hope to see some of you during that time frame. Also, and Sam and Z and Mandy and Suzanne will be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then next week, I'll be at Geekway to the West. I hope that many of you who are going to that, you come by and say hi. I'll be at the Colossal booth part of the time, demoing Western Legends for them, because I really like that game, so I like to show it off. And then the rest of the time, I'm going to be free. I'll be going around, just taking pictures and looking at things and playing games and saying hi to folks. I'll be at Geekway to the West on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll be leaving Saturday evening. So there's that. I can't wait to go to that. And then the week after that, if you're in Florida Homeschool Convention in Orlando, Florida, I'll be going there and promoting our new domain name, Games and Education, where it's not up yet, so don't go looking for it, but that's going to be sending stuff to basically a web page that's part of the Dice Tower, where we'll say things like top 10 games teach history. I've been doing a lot of those recently on both our podcast and our video cast, so you'll be able to see that stuff there. Okay, and then the week after that, we'll be in UK Games Expo, and we'll talk more about that in the future. Okay, so if you didn't get notice about Facebook Live, that's probably because I didn't put it on my regular Facebook page. I put it on the Dice Tower Facebook page, so maybe that's why you didn't get it. But it doesn't matter because you're here. Okay, so for those of you watching, what we're announcing here, and this is like a soft announcement in a sense because I don't have all the details set in stone yet, but I'm announcing the Dice Tower Retreat. And so what this is going to be is this is going to take place at this point in time. The dates are December 6th through the 9th, or technically December 5th through the 9th. And it's going to be here in Homestead, Florida. Now, we already run 2 conventions a year. We have Dice Tower Convention, our big convention that you should be going to. If you haven't, go right now to Dice Tower Con and sign up. Come on, you cretins, it's amazing. Also, Dice Tower Cruise, which you should come to also and sign up for that. Okay, so those 2 things are happening. Dice Tower Cruise is happening next year in 2019. Dice Tower Con is happening this July. This would be December of this year, and this is a very small, intimate style thing. So what this is it's going to be where we at the hotel, and the hotel is the, let's make sure I get the name right, Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton. It's like 5 minutes from my house. And what we're going to be doing, you're right, it's the week after PAX Unplugged, is people are going to come down. Yeah, if you're going to be involved in this, you got to stay at this hotel. I need that because I need to get it's like a small little conference room. So it's like a big game group in essence, right? And we're just going to play games for 4 days straight. Well, mostly 4 days straight. I mean, it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will peter out. I always go to church on Sunday, so I won't be there during the church time. But you can come to the area. You can go to very, very close to us is the Everglades, Alligator Swamp, and all that nonsense. And there's some cool sightseeing things to do there. There's plenty of restaurants around the hotel there. My house, like I said, I could almost walk to this place. I could walk to this place. We might even bring some people over and show you the Dice Tower studio at different points if you want to see what it looks like here. But we're going to be using not the Dice Tower Con library, we're going to be using the Dice Tower library. So my games, and not just my games, but we're going to be bringing in like hot games from Essen. So there will be, we're going to be bringing back. We bring a ton of games back from Essen, but in our suitcases, we'll bring some of the newest and hottest ones back. And this will be, a month or so after Essen, so you have a chance to come and play these games with us. So it's all about playing games. It's all about getting together and playing games. There's nothing fancy. No one's going to be selling games there. We're not bringing in special guests that I know of. Maybe we will. But again, to come to this, you'll have to stay at the hotel, and you'll have to pay a nominal fee. I'm looking at like $110 a person. So I'll be there, Sam and Z, and Derek and Kenny and Jason, and Melody will be there, and Maybe we'll be able to bring in some of the other folks from the Dice Tower, like Mandy and Suzanne and Eric, but all that all depends on scheduling and things like that. And so I tried to pick a time of the year where it's beautiful down here in December, okay? There's things to go and see, but this is not some big spectacular con. That's what Dice Tower Con is turning into, and that's also an intimate con and great con, but this is very, like if you come to Dice Tower Retreat, your chance of playing a game with one of the Dice Tower people is pretty high, because we're going to be there that much time. So if you're interested in such a thing, all you have to do is email me at tom@dicetower.com and basically say I'm interested in coming to Dice Tower Retreat, and I'll add you to a list. Again, I have the contract from the hotel. I'm thinking about possibly looking at some other hotels in the area. This one is really useful for us because it's super close. We're limiting this, like I said, to 80 people. It's just, for us, the fee and stuff is for our expenses and things like that and getting these games and so on. But we want to make this like a really fun time. We like to make this an annual thing that we do that doesn't really replace any of our other cons, but there's a lot of little tiny cons out there, and I thought, why don't we just do one of our own, and then you're invited. Now, this is not an invite-only con. I'm inviting pretty much anyone to come to this con. Well, once. If you're a jerk, you can't come the second time, I guess, but I don't run into those kind of people very often. So again, I only want you to email me if you're like extremely interested in doing it, because I need to be able to tell this lady if I'm going to sign the contract or not to do this, because if not, then I'm kind of on the hook for all these hotel rooms and such, and I heard that's kind of expensive. That's pretty much it. If anyone has any questions, I can answer them here. Once we have this done, we'll get a logo made for this eventually and website and all that jazz. But before I do that, I need to see if enough people are interested in even doing it. So if you email me, I'll put you on a list and I'll be contacting you and giving you more information as time goes by. So let's see, any questions? Yeah, December, and again, we picked December because it doesn't really conflict with any other conventions. It's a beautiful time. The tourist time here is not too bad at that point because it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and between those dates, usually flying and driving and stuff is not too bad at all. So there's that. And also, it shouldn't conflict too much with college, because most people will be out of college at that point on their Christmas breaks, or maybe not. Will we do these other places? I don't know. That's not even on my agenda right now. My agenda was, hey, let's do one. We travel all year round to conventions all over the world. We want to do one. I mean, even Dice Tower Con is a 4-hour drive and stuff for us to get there and all. And that's fine. That's not that far, but it's still a distance, right? We want to do one where it's at home and we're the hosts and you're coming and we're saying, welcome to Homestead, Florida. Let's play some games. How many people do you hope would be interested? Well, I hope we sell out, right? I mean, I hope there are 80 people are interested. How many days was it? Well, it's going to run from, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, although in my hotel block, I got Wednesday nights through Sunday nights, for people who want to come or leave early. I'm not holding people to any certain thing. If you want to come in Friday and, just come in Friday and go to Sunday, that's fine. Or if you come in Wednesday and you need to leave Saturday, okay, that's not that big of a deal. As long as I get a certain number of hotel room nights, I think I need 210 hotel room nights. And right now, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to shut down any questions. I'm not answering any questions about anything else in the sense of, are you going to do one here, are you going to do one here? I'm talking right now about the actual Homestead one. All right, I know people want them in other places. Let me just focus on one thing at a time. It is expensive, and it is far, and I'm trying to do my best to make it so that it's not outrageous, but I do think it's a beautiful area to come to. The Key Largo is a 45-minute drive south. We're an hour from Miami International Airport. Probably 40 minutes. Sorry, 40 minutes from Miami International Airport, and about an hour from the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. So there's two different airports to fly into. If you do this next year, will there be priority to those who get tickets this year? Yes. There's going to be one of those things that if you come the first year, you have first shot at coming the next year. I'm not normally a huge fan of that because that can be cliquish, but it's the fairest way to do it, and it's just the way it's going to be. I mean, we might grow it a bit from year to year, but I'm not planning to ever make it a big thing. If anything, if it got too many people wanting to come, we'd probably just do it twice over the course of the year. Well, right now, not looking to the future as much as just trying to do this once at a time. Dates are December 6th through 9th, 2018. Let's see. Will you organize touristic activities? Maybe, but if I organize too many things, I also have to organize transportation and all. So I'd have to see about getting some stuff like that. Once we have things set, maybe we will. Maybe we'll all go to the Everglades at some point or whatever. The money is in addition to the hotel. Yeah, the money is for us to cover our fees and our costs and things like that. And honestly, we would like to make a little bit of money from doing this sort of thing and maybe bring in some guests and things. There's just other costs involved too. Kids, oh yeah, sure. This is for the whole family if you want. Now, I will be very strongly, i.e., kids aren't free, right? You can't just bring your kids in and we're not gonna baby, and we don't want kids running around and knocking over games and things like that. I would probably say that I would discourage kids younger than 10 probably from coming to this because we're going to be sitting there playing games and they're going to get bored and pent up full of energy. I mean, there's things you can take them out to do and things like that. And sure, we wouldn't mind this being a family affair where families come and spend time and such, but we got to also be mindful of other people. You know, you may like, hey, it's great to have a baby here, you know, sure, and if the baby's crying and being annoying and fussy, that can be distracting other people, so that's not fair. I don't want to say no to kids because I love kids, but at the same time, that will obviously be done on a case-by-case basis. The email address is tom@dicetower.com. Is there anywhere to get kosher food in the area? I'm not really up to date on that sort of thing. I mean, I would look and see. We have a New York deli that's right down the road, a New York style deli, so maybe he does, I don't know. Maybe there's websites that have that information on them. So let's see, I'm looking, is there any other questions? Huh, I already got 10 emails. Well, that's cool. Well, that's nice. Yeah, like someone said, if you have kids, take them on a cruise. That's for sure. I mean, man, kids on the cruise is amazing. That's the greatest place to take them. Here, realize we're stuck in a hotel room. Not stuck in a hotel room. You can go out and do things. And people probably ask, like, what's to do in the area? There are some things for kids to do in the area. How do I know this? Because I have kids and I live here. The beach. There is a beach. It's not a fantastic beach, although it's better than the New Jersey beaches. There's a beach just a few miles away from the hotel. It's really close. There is Coral Castle is about 5-10 minutes away. It's a sightseeing thing. There is Robert is Here, which has a little petting zoo type of thing for kids, a little water pad, and it's a great little local stop. And the Everglades are huge. Obviously, they take up almost all South Florida, but we're like right on our doorstep. And then tons of stuff down in the Keys. Do we plan to have food provided? Probably not. We might provide like a meal or two, but I don't want to put that on us. Again, we want to actually sit there and play games and not be providing food. I do have one food event will be provided though, and I'll have more information on that for sure. I'll announce that once we announce the thing completely. Hey, New Jersey beaches are just fine. I'm not saying New Jersey beaches aren't fine. I'm just saying that our beaches are better. That's all. I've been to New Jersey beaches. They're fine. That's all. That's what I thought a beach was when I grew up. Then I came to Florida and I was like, oh. Key lime pie is for everyone. Oh yes, there will be key lime pie. I will make sure there will be key lime pies. We'll have a key lime pie night for sure. Will there be a waiting list or sign-ups work? Well, once we start this up, there's going to be a sign-up list, but to sign up, you're going to need to reserve your rooms at the hotel too, and then sign up, and then there will be a waiting list if we go over, and it will be a first come, first serve. So someone drops out, we go to the first person on the waiting list and down from that. How do you decide who gets to come from the emails you receive? Everything is going to be definitely first come, first serve. From all the emails I get, I'm going to be putting you on a list. When we get the exact details of this happening, we will send out those. There's also a room block. I believe let me see, what do I got in a room block? I have a certain number of rooms per night. I have a certain number with 1 king bed and some with 2 queen beds. I wish I had more with the queen beds. I have more of the king beds, honestly, because that's just what the hotel has. And so keep that in mind when you come, or if you want to come. Tom has a near unhealthy obsession with key lime pie. Well, I don't really think that obsession with key lime pie is healthy at all. Mandatory pie night? All right, folks. Well, that's it. I'm going to pop out of here because we got stuff to do. It's work day here at the Dice Tower. Well, it's always work day. There's always things to do. So we got videos coming out at 1 o'clock and at 2 o'clock, some reviews and things like that. So keep an eye out for them. Until next time, though, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. Dice Tower Retreat. Think about it. See you later. Oh, I guess I actually need to go over here and turn it off. Where's the button?